The reviews are in. Fallout 76 is a hit. People are just head over heels for it. Everyone unanimously loves this game. Everyone's super excited. No one's upset about it. It's doing great. But in all sincerity, there's a little controversy surrounding Bethesda's new game, Fallout 76. There's a lot of negative thoughts and opinions and things just tearing this game and this company apart. And though while I think some of it is justified, there really hasn't been much that I've seen that's constructive on how this game could be better in its current state. Alone and on your own, Fallout 76 can be a lonely place, a sad place to be. There are glimpses of beauty in its decay, but only seen from certain angles. So even when you stop to enjoy the flowers, the simple things, it's hard not to ignore just how ugly this game can look. Now, of course, there are the very obvious things that people clearly want in this game that just aren't there, like NPCs, a main storyline, and all that jibber jabber. And though I wish those things were there too, I also am trying to be a little bit more realistic about the little things that I think Bethesda can do in a short amount of time to make this game just a little bit more tolerable. Number one, shareable quests. For God's sakes, just make a quest shareable with someone else. The most fascinating part about this game is that even though I've been playing with Juliana, my girlfriend, from day one, even through the beta, recently we have been starting to feel very lonely even though we're sitting right next to each other doing the same quests. Because quests aren't shareable, we never truly feel like we're on a mission together. We're just kind of going down a checklist of things we both have to do on our own time, but at the same time, with together. So even when in a team with someone, in the same room as someone, the game still manages to somehow be isolating. It's bizarre. Moving off of that, number two, more emphasis on team gameplay. In its current state, there's almost absolutely no reason to be on a team or to even seek out other players, because not only are the quests not cooperative in the sense that you don't need other people to accomplish them, but having other players around, really, they don't benefit each other. It's easier to kill stuff, but there's no actual cooperation in accomplishing your goals. You're just sort of storming in and beating stuff up, but even then, that is if you have the same quest and if you're on the same road doing the same thing. Even going off of that, there's really no reason to go and seek out other players in the world because there's no reason to team up with them because there's no value in doing such a thing. Furthermore, even if you go and kill another player, which could in of itself be at least a drive to go find other people, the reward is their junk, in which most cases the world is filled with junk. All you're doing is collecting junk. That's all you do. That's all I've really done, is collect junk and then find a means to drop it off. So I think even finding other players to kill them for sport or for fun has low reward. And number three, some sort of player hub, a place where all players can kind of mingle and do stuff and interact and team up and seek out quests and teams to accomplish things, trade stuff, sell things, so on and so forth, an auction house, what have you. And then the way I imagine this is it can just be like a Diamond City from Halo. Wow. And the way I imagine this is this could just be like a Diamond City from Fallout 4, where it's just a place people fast travel to, it's isolated in its own way, it holds more than 24 players, and it's just a place for people to commune and do stuff that's a little bit more interactive than just, you know, seeing each other in the distance and like giving a thumbs up or vomiting emote. Yeah. Overall, I don't know if adding these things are any more attainable or approachable or as easily done as it is to just add NPCs and more quest lines into the game, but I do think that if they're not going to add NPCs now, if they're not going to add any major quest lines at this moment, then they need to take what's in the game and just elaborate more on that, and that is the people who bought it and are playing it. So instead of trying to shove more things into it, just create more of a means to embrace the things that already exist in the game, and that is other players. Because right now, there's really no point to even being with other players. So this was my attempt at trying to make the most of those of you who have invested your money in this thing, bought it digitally, bought it without getting a refund. I still think there's potential here. I just think it's gonna take time, and I just think people need to relax and realize that their expectations are always gonna be a little higher, almost delusional, than what it is that they're actually gonna end up getting. And that we all as consumers have to remember that. And that's why people shouldn't pre-order stuff, and that's why people shouldn't pre-buy anything unless they're aware they're taking the risk that they might get something they don't want. Okay, so that was my attempt at trying to make light of this thing. To you lone wanderers out there, good luck, be patient or not, whatever. Smash Bros is coming out next week. Yeah, Smash Bros is coming out next week. Yeah. All right, Jimbo Jam asks a series of questions, so I'm gonna fly through these as quickly as possible. Would you ever move out of Rochester? It completely depends. We almost moved a few months ago, but we decided to stay. It's wherever the stars align and opportunity takes me. What are your end goals in life? To be as prolific as possible and be myself as much as I can to the day I am no more. How'd you meet your girlfriend? Well, this is a tangled web of things, but in the end, we met on a beach, kind of. We saw each other from a distance. That's about it. What was your life like when you were younger? To be honest, it's really not that much different than now. I used to set up cameras and film myself doing fake commercials, reenact scenes from Terminator 2, and pretend to be Jackie Chan while also making stop motion movies with my toys. And it's really not that much different. Okay, thank you for your time and attention. I am Kurt Indovina. Bye.